Hi, thank you so much for joining me for Smarter Real Estate weekly on Wednesdays. I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN Realty in Houston, and today we're talking about the mid-year 2024 real estate market. I want to give you some pointers if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, specifically in the greater Houston area. Of course, you'll want to take into account that when you're watching this video, it may not be the date that I'm actually shooting or posting the video. In fact, I'm shooting the video quite a few days before actually posting it live. So things could have changed. As we know, the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 changed the real estate market overnight. And so obviously you'll want to check on what the current mortgage interest rate is and market conditions are and any other forces going on when you are actually watching this video to see if these things still apply. But for right now, interest rates are not at their peak. And so even though they're kind of high compared to, recent several years, they are actually quite low historically. Looking back, a few decades ago, they were in the teens, and now they're sitting at above 7% for, say, a 30-year fixed rate. As of this moment. And so more sellers are selling because they feel like they can go buy a home. And so they're ready to sell their home. And more buyers are looking, therefore, as well. Those that are first-time buyers and those that are selling a home in order to buy another home for whatever reason, to either upgrade or to downsize, for example, or to just make a lateral move to a different location. And so because that is going on, there will be more homes available as sellers are putting their homes on the market. And sellers need to put their best foot forward in terms of getting their home ready for sale. Obviously, all of the same principles apply in terms of getting good curb appeal, getting your home clean, decluttered, taking away all those personal items to depersonalize your home and make it look as much like a model home as possible so that the potential buyer can imagine themselves there. And of course, staging is so important, whether it's virtual staging to be more affordable. So that way the photos online, like on the MLS, the multiple listing service, can show up with furniture and decor and make the home look really nice and inviting, especially if the home is vacant and it's hard for people to imagine the size and scope of the furniture in the space. But also live staging of real furniture and decor in the home is important so that people can see that when they come tour the home in person. But of course, that's going to be more costly. I have done some videos on actual staging. We've gone through a home with a stager, looked at the before and after. So if you scroll back through my videos in the last couple of years, you will see those and get a lot of good information about that. Okay, now sellers also need to be patient and not lower their list price immediately. Sometimes we've gotten used to sellers markets where the homes are flying off the market. And so when we put our home on the market for just like a week or two, we're like, oh my gosh, nobody's buying or we're not getting enough showings. I need to go ahead and reduce that price right now. There have been situations where a buyer suddenly comes along and just as they're about to make an offer or look at the home and they're willing to pay the price that it's listed for, the price is dropped. And so the seller lost out. A buyer was willing to pay what they were asking for, but now the seller has lowered the price. And so they're going to get less money in the end for the sale. And the right buyer will most likely come along. Of course, there can be cases where you are under a time crunch for whatever reason. You want to close on that home so you can buy the next one or move out of town or whatever the situation might be that you'll want to lower that price a little bit sooner. But if you can hold off and wait, it depends on your market. Things are very hyper local in Houston in terms of each neighborhood having its own situation and its own mini market or sub market. And so things are different, across neighborhoods and across school districts and how desirable that area is. So just across the railroad track, so to speak, or even just the next street, it could be a different story. So obviously you want to talk to your professional real estate agent or broker. I am a managing broker of our company and I am a broker who represents clients. And so someone like that can actually give you a good pulse on the market to let you know what number of days would be appropriate to wait before dropping the price. Is it 30? Is it 45? Give or take, whatever it might be, it can vary. Okay, and then buyers need to be prepared for a bidding war in some cases because some neighborhoods, like I said, are more desirable and certainly some homes are going to be more desirable if they're ready to go, because a lot of people are getting weary of the whole DIY, do it yourself. They don't want to necessarily do all of that and get a fixer-upper. That was really popular in the days when there were a lot of foreclosures going on, when the market was really tanking, short sales as well. And so people were willing to buy fixer-uppers to get a good deal And there were a lot of fixer-uppers, right? A lot of people who are in foreclosure, they destroy their homes. And so that was the case then. But right now, it is more the trend that people just want a home that's move-in ready. They don't have to go in and remodel or fix things up and all of that. Maybe just a few small things, but that's about all that they have patience for. And so you want to make sure your home is like that so that it's attractive and people will really want to pounce on it. And then sellers also may have more negotiating power in this case. So they're not going to give as many concessions to the buyers. Concessions, for example, would be to give a credit to the buyer toward their closing costs, for example. So that would be a monetary concession, or perhaps a credit for them to change out flooring in a room that may have some deteriorating flooring, or to repaint a room that is in an unattractive paint color at the moment. So those are some examples. But all in all, in conclusion, it is a good time right now to buy or sell. It just all depends on your own personal situation. Sometimes it's not about the market, but what you need. If you need to move, if you need to buy, or if you need to sell, then it is the right time. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions for future episodes of Smarter Real Estate weekly on Wednesdays, please don't hesitate to send me a message or write a comment. And I hope to see you again soon. Please like or subscribe if you found this video helpful. I hope you will continue watching on Facebook and YouTube, and I also post on LinkedIn. Have a great week, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.